these little streets is our Airbnb. But there's no street signs on anything.
Yeah.
And our Google Maps is kind of not working.
Back this way?
Yeah, it said it was in between O'Donnell and something. No, O'Donnell was the cross street.
Well, that maybe is on our side. Because others just said go up the other street, but right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to where we were and go the other way.
Okay, yeah. No, that's it.
After finally tracking down our Airbnb, we do a quick fantasy football lineup check, then head to the market for some cured meat and cheap wine.
I don't think we can afford to drink water when the wine's this cheap. Watch CJ's humongous NFL player shoulders navigate this tiny European Airbnb. Seville.
Boys, what you doing?
Full-blown baby, little tiny baby Jesus dinosaur.
There's a dinosaur under here.
You can fit on your key ring.
Yeah, Dan's got him by the tail.
Yeah, I am actually a client of yours.
Poor guy.
Call Geico.
Got separated, yeah. We have your people hostage. And I want 10% off. No.
Oh.
Hit the lights. Hit the lights. How'd you do it?
They're not going to tell us?
We've been trying to get out of our
Somebody
apartment for 20 minutes.
I just heard a buzz and it let us out. It's still warm.
It's 10 p.m.
It's like 80 degrees out.
I'm ready for bed, but this is apparently when people eat dinner and
I'm
sleep.
hungry.
Hungry and sleepy.
I need a bottle of wine.
What's wrong?
We should have brought the breadcrumbs. We're gonna get lost for sure.
$15 for a bottle of wine.
We get 15 bottles in our fridge for that.
Only one bottle of wine. Just have wine.
Jar
You can
of
have
sangria is only 10 euros. Whiskey? Sweetheart, this something with you? Oh, patatas.
The next day, we slept in as late as possible, then ventured out to explore this beautiful ancient city on foot.
Okay, squad's here. Seville, Bev and CJ still around. We just spent a month in Ibiza the last 2 days. Had a chill night yesterday. Little tapas, little sangria on our patio. And now we're here at the Plaza de Toros. Not sure how we feel about the bullfighting as a sport or a practice, so we're not gonna watch a fight. Just wanted to see the building. Our Airbnb host told us this place hides Christopher Columbus's gold that he stole from all the Native Americans. But that might be a rumor. Torre de Oro, Tower of Gold. 800 years old. Okay, we just took a lap of the Plaza de España. I guess they built it in 1928 for a world exposition, and basically just needed to show off a little. It's beautiful.
After a full day of sightseeing, the shop started to close and we knew it was siesta time.
Poor Jenny's all tuckered out. She's wearing a shirt for her blanket pants. So this is a little trick I use to get everyone out. I'm telling the girls we're 5 minutes late for dinner, but we're secretly 15 minutes early to get there on time.
87% of the time, it works.
Come on, girls. 5 minutes late already. Okay.
What am I practicing?
Yeah.
Tenemos?
Tenemos una reserva para like.
Cuatro.
Watch out! Far!
Nailed it. Amazing Spanish. You make CJ order all our food because he's so Spanish. I can point at a menu. Thanks. It's 10:30 on a Thursday. The entire city is here. Still out, drinking, eating. Exhausted, but we don't want to leave because we feel like wussies. This is attempt number 2 of 3 to get into the Seville Cathedral, the Catedral de Sevilla. Hours are kind of confusing. Yeah, so this is the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, according to the fun facts on Google Trips. It's the 3rd largest cathedral in the world, actually, after the St. Paul's, which was in London, and St. Peter's at the Vatican. And I guess what happened was Seville used to be run by the Arabs and Moors, and when it was conquered, they basically tore down what was remaining of the mosque there, and they said, Christianity's better, look at this awesome cathedral we're going to build right on the site of your mosque. We tried to walk in, we did walk into the cathedral for a minute. It was, mass was happening, so.
So we're here in Seville Cathedral, and I'll be honest.
I don't think we got to see everything. We're going to come back in about an hour, and I think we'll get to see the rest of the grounds. Attempt number 3.
For what?
Trying to get into this piece.
Within this impressive mausoleum lies Admiral Christopher Columbus, who discovered America. His remains were deposited here in Seville in 1902, having traveled almost as widely as Columbus himself in life.
After he died in Spain, they moved him to the Dominican Republic in like the 1500s, and then after Spain conquered Cuba, he moved to Havana, 1700s, and then back here to Seville. 34 flights of stairs.
We climbed to the top of the bell tower within the cathedral, which had sweeping views of the city, including the Alcazar built in the 12th century, and was recently used to film scenes from Dorne in Game of Thrones.
CJ, don't do it. Don't. Oh. Badass. When Christopher Columbus returned from Mexico, he brought back nachos.
Oh, that's so good.
Our next siesta was spent playing euchre, before we set off in search of tapas and flamenco dancing.
CJ just got the deal. We tried to see some flamenco. He said you can go across the river for 45 euros a person.
Nah, no.
But Jenny and Bev have long dresses on. Like, you guys can do it. We found a spot for dinner, but the venue kind of sucks. Yum, yum, yum.
Cheers.
So far, no luck. Found flamenco guitar. But we're hoping we can just find some locals that are just getting into it somehow, or some sort of spontaneous thing that happens. Otherwise, you're gonna see a YouTube video of what flamenco dancing looks like, and we're gonna cut it in right here.
We just sit down at the club. We ordered drinks. We got coupons for €5 drinks, and they poured them heavy hands. Heavy hands at the table. At the table.
What happened?
Well, the men's room had urinals only. I didn't want to poo in a urinal, so I went in the women's washroom and I pooed in the women's, but they didn't have a toilet seat either, so.
Did you sit?
Yeah, I sat right on the cold part. I feel for you now. I feel bad when I leave the seat up. Yeah. And I can't believe how many people are out here on this trip. The Sevillians know how to live, that's for sure. Starbucks chill session. Planes and trains leave soon.
We said a sad goodbye to Beverly and CJ as they caught a flight to Rome, and we hopped on a train to Madrid. This would be our first week traveling as just the two of us, and we are focused on 3 goals: finding a daily routine, exploring the city, and indulging in all the amazing food and cheap wine.
God, babe, look at this. Okay, this is our first non-travel day, non-tourist day. Vacation's over. We woke up, going for our first run together. Jenny had one yesterday. But after that, we're gonna do some laundry, find some Wi-Fi. Jenny's gonna work on a video. Is that sleepy time?
Siesta.
Siesta. Back at the park. There's Jenny. Right there. Hi, Jenny. I just asked Jenny if I can learn to edit. She said, what?
I'll teach you, but don't make a habit of it.
Cheers.
What else do you have to do today?
Oh, nothing. We'll see you on YouTube in a couple weeks. Jenny's watching her first vlog.
Gotta make sure it looks good.
It does. Good job, babe.
Hey.
Yay.
So we're at Work Center here to print off our boarding passes for tomorrow, because otherwise it's like 50 euros to print it at the airport. We get here and it's closed from 14:30 to 1700 for siesta, so we missed it. And we're gonna have to come back later.
Classic Spain. Grabbing a drink, babe?
How do you do it? So hard.
All right, Jenny and I just finished our long run for this week.
Yep.
We're in this beautiful park here in Madrid. We have a trek coming up in Nepal. It's about 5 days long, and it covers a lot of ground, and that's in a month. So we gotta do something to get our heart rate up. And running's the ticket. They call it jogging. It's very popular, apparently. I don't know, the J's silent.
Too much. Less is more.
Okay. Yeah, so learning a bit about the modern Spanish history here. I learned that just before World War II, 1936, there was a 3-year-long civil war, led to a military dictatorship until 1975.
So how did they get rid of him?
Yeah, they didn't. He died, I guess. Towards the end of his rule, he reinstated the constitutional monarchy, so there's still a king and queen, but everything follows the constitution now. There's a normal parliament and that kind of thing.
And this is?
These are the royal palaces, so they're not, no one lives here. They're not a residence anymore, but they're used for state visits and important functions, and kind of a super beautiful convention center, I guess.
This is really gonna hurt.
Classic Dan and Jenny walkabout.
We've been walking for hours.
Yeah, now we're hungry, so we've interrupted our tour.
Is it weird? I just want a cup of noodles, like
Mr. Ramen,
yeah.
like ramen. What are we in line for, Jenny?
we're in line to see the Temple of Debo. It's from Egypt. That's cool as well.
It's from Egypt, and they brought it here and then rebuilt it. But what does that even mean? They've remembered where every stone was supposed to go. Okay, so I take back what I said earlier about reconstructions being lame. There are some original ones still in Egypt, but I think what happened was they found a bunch of these in like 1964, like rubble, piles of rubble, and they had to reconstruct them somewhere. So I guess Madrid got this one, and they just tried to figure out where most of the things go. But yeah, pretty good detail on some of the walls I didn't think would still be there after 2,000 years.
So this is the Crystal Palace, Palacio de Cristal. The entire frame is made of iron, and all the panes obviously are all glass, and it's on a brick base, and it's actually built to be meant to be moved, but it actually has never moved. This is the place it was built, and now it's just used for art exhibits. The one that they currently have here is basically a memorial to commemorate lives lost of
It's refugees,
refugees.
right, from the Middle East, I think. People that drowned, right?
It's pretty cool, actually. The names are all built into the ground, and at different times the names will bubble up with water.
Pretty, a little more powerful than I expected, actually, with the water and the people's names. They're saying it's supposed to be in the same line as the Ground Zero Memorial and the Vietnam War Memorial, yeah. Okay, day trip failure. We were trying to go to Toledo today. Woke up bright and early, got to the train station with a half hour to spare, and the train was full. So we'll go on the later train. Ticket fails to print, try again. Credit cards not accepted, try again. Ticket fails to print, try again. And
So
then the
better
11:30 train is full.
Yeah, it's fine. We have nothing to do tomorrow either. So
And we're back.
back at the train station, 24 hours later. We got tickets this time. They're on my phone.
Got them online.
Yeah.
No printing required.
So we're going to Toledo. Toledo is an ancient, naturally well-defended city that sits on a hilltop and is surrounded by a river on 3 sides. It was first mentioned in Roman texts as far back as 40 BC. It has come under Visigothic, Muslim, and Christian rule since then, but has always had a reputation for sword making that continues to this day.
Wow.
There are a lot of tourists, so we had lots of fun winding our way through the narrow streets and imagining what kind of lives the townspeople have had throughout the last 2,000 years here.
We found the market.
It's crazy.
Mercado de San Miguel.
Yeah. That market that we were at yesterday, that was like shoulder to shoulder, so I had to come back on Monday and see how much less busy it is.
Yeah, let's eat. What's your rating of the Mercado de San Miguel?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this place is heaven.
What'd you get?
Bocadillo calamares. So, as far as I can tell, it's a loaf of bread with fried calamari rings inside. Seems like it is the popular street food here, though. Still pretty good. Yeah, I think it comes with mayonnaise or lemon if you ask, but I just thought we should try the default to start.
So it's our last day in Madrid. We're gonna go to the supermarket, get some classic Iberian ham, cheese, bread, have a little sunset picnic.
Oh, it's gonna fall. Yeah, I'm gonna fall.
So we're here at Taco Bell in Madrid. I just feel like Sarah would be really disappointed if I didn't try it. Let's go in.
Okay.
A lot less security here than the Taco Bell that we're used to back home. It's so cute.
Next up on Lost Luggage, we spend a day traveling to Cinque Terre, Italy, and meet up with our friends Kieran and Leia.